welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and go and check out our Instagram pages. The links are down in the description. I post daily photos and updates on some of our animals that we've done videos on. So for today, we are going to be doing a Asian water monitor setup. And this setup is specifically for a hatchling or a baby. Now, this setup is not going to last very long because they grow very quickly, but you cannot put them in an enclosure too big right off the bat. So this is a perfect enclosure to start off with that'll probably last anywhere from 4 to 6 months before you're going to have to upgrade or build something yourself. These guys, when they get a little bit bigger, you are going to have to do a DIY project or have somebody build you something that's going to fit their size and their needs. Now, females don't grow as big as males, but they still need a very large enclosure. All right, so if you didn't see our unboxing video of our water monitor, I'll leave it in the description below. But this is not our first rodeo. As I explained in that video, we have had an Asian water monitor in the past. We had a female, and so her enclosure was not as big. This one, we do not know the sex of it yet. I'm hoping for a male, but hey, I'm good with the female too. I really love these guys. They have a personality of their own, definitely, and they are awesome, awesome pets if you have the time and the space to keep them. All right, so we got all our supplies. I will go over them further as we're putting the cage together. Some of this stuff I bought, some of it I already had on hand. But first, we need to do a little rearranging down in our sun/reptile/homeschool room. So right now I'm gonna reorganize a little bit, and then we are gonna get on to doing the cage setup. All right, now that we got our cage, we are gonna start putting stuff in it. Let's see, we're gonna take this off so it's a little bit easier to get in here. So if you've never had an Exoterra, these things unlatch. Now this is steel mesh, so it makes it harder for the animal to get out, and then all of these come off, so you can take this off itself. Set that down here, and you can easily get them from the top to clean or do whatever you need to. It comes with this background. I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in there. I might. It might be okay for now. All right, so now I'm gonna briefly go over some of the things we're gonna be putting in it, and then we will start assembling this cage. So the cage itself is the Exoterra large, and there is the dimensions for you. So that is that cage. Then, water monitors need UVB. I don't care what anybody else tells you, they need UVB. So this is just the top piece that we're gonna be using. I just got the mini, and I'll show you how we're gonna set that up. We got the UVB bowl to go with that. This I already had, but this is the deep dome fixture that's gonna go on top to create the hotspot. Got a 100-watt ceramic heat emitter to go in there. And then water monitors need a large bowl of water or tub or whatever you want to use. I already had this on hand, so this is what I'm going to be using. As you can see, that is pretty big. So we're going to use this for now, see how it does. If the water monitor comes, it's maybe a little too big, we'll probably go with a Sterilite container. I also had this on hand to maybe put some pinkies or maybe some dog food or anything else I might be feeding it, maybe some fish pieces, so that'll be good to have. And then I had picked this up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to attach this yet, but it's supposed to be for them to get in and out of the water dish. I might stick this onto the side. I don't know exactly. I also have this has just a little covering to go in there. You do not want a hide for your water monitor. They are a social animal. They need to be able to see you, and you have to build trust with them. So that is the only thing I have for that. And then I got this piece of tile at Home Depot. It's just a 12 by 12 piece, and this is gonna go under for our hot spots so they can get that nice basking light and belly heat from this. And then I also picked up a couple sheets of Plexiglass. You can get this at Home Depot as well. I'll leave the links in the description below. But this is gonna go on top to keep some of the heat and humidity in the cage, because this top is completely open mesh. So we are going to be putting this Plexiglass. We're gonna be fitting some sections to put on here, and then we'll leave just a few open for some good ventilation. All right, so let's get putting all this in that. All right, we're gonna start by putting a light layer of Reptile, just barely enough to cover the bottom. All right, we have our light layer of some coconut husk that'll hold the humidity. Now we're gonna add our basking spot. And our bowl of water. A food bowl that's probably not going to be left in there right now. See, just a little pass through. And then let's figure out how we want this. I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit to see how I want it. So that is pretty much it for the inside. Now we're gonna work on the top lighting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our top back on. These latches are super stiff. All right, nice and secure. Close that for now. All right, now let's start getting the other stuff out. All right, one thing with lighting is you always want to check your maximum wattage for your fixtures. So on this one is allowed 160 watts for this particular fixture. So I only have 100 watts. I'm safe. If I need a bigger bulb, I can go up to 150. So that's good there. If you don't follow that, you could cause a fire in your house. For the UVB right here, it's 25 watts for that particular bulb, or 26 max for that particular bulb. Now we went with the maximum on this one, the 26 watts for that particular bulb. So even though we're at the max, we're still safe for that particular fixture. All right, so let's go put these on top. All right, so one thing I just noticed with this particular fixture is it doesn't fit just right in there. So I'm probably gonna have to get the lamp stand to hold it up off of the bottom a little bit. Because if you leave this sitting on the plastic part of your cage, it's gonna end up melting it and drooping. I've seen this happen to other people, so probably gonna go get the stand to hold it up a little bit like that. All right, so there's our heat lamp and there is our UVB. I didn't get a bigger one only because water monitors tend to stay in their water quite a bit unless they are over there basking. So usually for about half the day they're over here, so that should provide enough UVB for them to properly digest their food. All right, the last part of this project is cutting some plexiglass to cover these areas in order to keep that humidity in. So I'm gonna go cut these and then I will come back and show you in just a second. All right, we got our plexiglass cut to fit nice in there. I messed this one up a little bit, but it'll still work. Let's see, let's put this way. And nice tight fit except for my little boo-boo. And then I cut a few small pieces to go right in there. And then I think I might just leave this for ventilation, but yep, there we go. All right, I changed my mind. I cut two little pieces for there. So the only ventilation at the top is right here, a little bit along. All right, so that is our full cage setup. I did add some paper on the side to reduce visibility. That will decrease stress levels because this is a baby and they are already nervous enough. So we want to decrease the amount of visibility to only the front. So I put just regular computer paper I taped on there. And then I also went and got out my ZooMed lamp stand. If you're interested in this lamp stand, this is the one I have. It is just the ZooMed Reptile Lamp stand. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn the lamp on. Now, I did have the ceramic heat bulb in there. It was not creating the warmth that I needed for that hot spot. That hot spot is supposed to be 120 degrees plus. It was only getting to 100 with the 100-watt ceramic bulb. So I had this one on hand that I went ahead and switched out, and that should increase the temperature quite a bit. So we're gonna wait and get that going. But so I went with the infrared because that was the only one I had right now. I like the ceramics better because they don't give off any light, but that'll work for now. We have our fixture with our UVB bulb in it. Let's get that turned on. It's nice and bright in there. I also went ahead and put my thermometer that has my temperature and my humidity. So as soon as this starts getting heat up, it'll heat up the whole cage, so that will go up. The humidity is okay, but I want to get it up just a little bit more. This is our tile that is now going to start getting heated up. We have our substrate that is just enough to cover the bottom, not enough for them to hide in. We don't want them hiding. Just like this. This is just a little cover. See how it's open to the back? We do not want them anywhere they can hide. We have our little bridge into our water dish. We have a very deep water bowl where they can fully submerge and swim around a little bit. And that is pretty much it. Now we're just gonna let this get warmed up and ready for our beautiful new baby water monitor. All right, well that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informational and it's gonna help you get your baby water monitor all set up and ready to go. Now, please keep in mind, this is a work in progress. Obviously, there's gonna be some adjustments as we get going with our new baby water monitor. And this setup, depending on if we have a male or a female and the growth rate of the new monitor, this enclosure setup may only last 3 months. All the way up to 6 months. So it just depends on the growth of your baby water monitor. The next enclosure will definitely have a little bit more vertical space. Water monitors enjoy climbing. It's good exercise and it's good stimulation for them. I chose not to go with more height on this one because this is a very nervous, insecure water monitor. Babies are just naturally nervous and insecure because everything is a predator in the wild. So I wanted something a little bit lower and that they were gonna be out, and so we can work on socialization and getting that monitor used to us, our home, and our environment. So like I said earlier, this is not our first rodeo. This will actually be our second water monitor. So if you have any questions, please drop a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them as best as I can. So again, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay sane, get out there and make your own footprints. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.